Well, hello, friends. I am finally getting this review up for you. It's a little bit later than I typically like to post, but you know what? Like I said in my previous review, this week is a little bit wonky, and so I hope you guys will extend me some grace. Today we are going to be talking about mistletoe magic. Now, before I get into this review, I do want to let you know that I am trying to use artificial lighting around me right now, so I realize the lighting situation is probably not the best. It is the evening and my family is home, so you might hear some background noise, but I want to get this up for you guys. So, mistletoe magic. This is the 4-wick 18-ounce candle. Now, I did purchase this from QVC in a duo back in July during their Christmas in July specials. So you will want to keep that in mind as we get further into the review. I don't believe that it is still currently available on QVC, although I do believe, I'm not sure if it's on QVC here in the United States. I did see for QVC UK, I believe that this is available maybe in a package with a candle and a reed diffuser. If you are a UK viewer, let me know in the comment box down below if you have seen any kind of advertising for that. Regardless, this candle is actually available in a little bit different packaging on Ulta's website. So, you know, if you guys have purchased candles from Ulta before, or really quite frankly, anything from Ulta, you do know that you run the risk of packaging nightmares. However, if you like their point program, or maybe you have some points to redeem, this would probably be a good place to purchase it from. I am not sure yet if this one is going to be coming back to the homeworx.shop website. I am filming this on Tuesday. What is this? The 22nd. I know that tomorrow Homeworx is going to be launching probably their Black Friday sale, or I'm assuming so because I know that they're releasing a lot of new and returning scents tomorrow. So I am just assuming that their Black Friday sale is going to start tomorrow. But I wanted to have this review up just in case this one shows up there, or if you have seen it on the Ulta website or are a UK viewer and you are curious about it. So the scent notes on this one are pine needles, fir balsam, pomelo, and black currant. Now, I do not believe that this is a new fragrance this year. In fact, I know it's not. Now, I cannot pinpoint the exact year that this one was released. I know that Joshua over at Touch the Fire Twice, if you guys want to know any kind of candle history, he's going to be your guy because he remembers like all the collections, when things were launched. I always feel a lot smarter about home fragrance after I watch his videos, which I think is actually part of his mission statement, is to educate his viewers and friends about home fragrance. Anyways, I know that he had mentioned that this was one of his favorites from the past. So I believe that this one may have been part of maybe the original holiday launches or maybe a year into the Homeworx brand. But anyways, it hasn't been seen for a while and it's back this year. So what do I smell when I smell this? Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't really pick up pine or fir balsam. I will say that the dominant notes to my nose are black currant with a touch of the pomelo. I actually find this fragrance very hard to describe because to my nose, this is not a tree scented candle at all. In fact, I would definitely classify this more in the fruity Christmas type of category. If you are somebody who likes cranberry wreath, maybe if you like garland berry, if you like some of those, if you like a more fruity note without it being citrus, mixed with a little bit of holiday greenery, then I think that you would like the scent of this candle. I will say that I like it. I don't necessarily think that I will repurchase it. Now, a lot of that has to do with my own personal taste during the holiday season. You know, for me, I celebrate Christmas. To me, Christmas, when I think of Christmas, I think of nostalgia of a warm Christmas tree. I think of a Christmas, you know, well, I just said a Christmas tree. I was going to say a Christmas fire. Oh, you guys, it's been a long day. I think of, you know, sitting by the fireplace as a child. Those are the types of things that I think of when I think of Christmas. I think of gourmands. I don't always necessarily think of berries. Oh man, something's making my husband laugh out there. You guys get a kick out of that, whatever. I think he's on the phone with somebody. All right, anyways, let's get back on track here. So this scent to me is one that I actually think is more appropriate, well, really for this time of year, for late November. Probably when I get into December, I will be glad that this one is completely burned up because it's just not one that I really associate with the holiday season. That black currant note is probably the most dominant to my nose. Now, this is not a tart type of currant scent. It's more of a sweet currant. I am not the most well-versed, or like my sniffer is not the most, what would I say, posh, I guess, when it comes to detecting all the different types of notes. But I would say that to my nose, I smell currant in this, but I do smell a hint of greenery, which is probably that fir balsam and pine needles. Now, the pine needles I don't really smell as much because to me, pine is a little bit more of an astringent type of scent. Not bad. I actually kind of like it, but it can have the tendency to get a little bit too strong. And that is not at all what I smell in this. This is very much a beautiful blend of fruit with a little bit of greenery. Like I said, similar to cranberry wreath. So how is the performance on this one? Okay, remember when I said earlier that I picked this up during the Christmas in July sale? Here's why you want to remember that. The performance of this one has been abysmal for me, you guys. I will include some footage right here. I have had such difficulty getting this one to pull out completely. And then when it does, the strength, maybe a 3. This one has been really bad for me, you guys. I would say, I hate to say this, but this has probably been, well, one of the worst performing candles that I have gotten from Homeworx in a long, long time. Like, I can't even remember the last time I had issues like this with this one. Now, I will say that it's not really, the wicks are not falling over, they're not traveling, so that's good. But it's just been that it's having difficulty pulling out, and then once it does, it's been getting kind of that wax residue collecting along the rim. Now, this was a common problem with some of the earlier fall releases. Like I mentioned in the Fireside Christmas, I had some issues with Golden Harvest or Harvest Leaves. They were giving me some issues as well with just the wax leaving a lot of residue along the jar, which to me, I mean, honestly, unless you're going to be standing over looking in the pool of wax, I guess that doesn't really matter, but it does in some ways, because to me, when I see that residue, it means to me that the wax is having difficulty completely heating up. It's not performing to its optimal level. So the strength, this one has been a 3. The throw, maybe a 3.5. I honestly can barely smell this candle, which is a shame because, like I said, it's nice for this time of year when I'm not yet quite ready for, I mean, even though my house is decorated for Christmas, I'm not ready for peppermint. I'm not yet ready full bore for all of the tree scents. I've got to get through Thanksgiving first. Give me a couple more days and then we will be ready. But, yeah, it's a lovely fragrance, but I can't smell it. In fact, I had to light both duos in order to be able to smell it in my living room. I mean, that's awful. That's not something that I have come to expect at all. And please know that this is not a, like, I am not bashing on Homeworx or anything. You guys know, just from, you know, my short time on this channel, they are probably one of my favorite brands. I believe that Harry Slatkin comes up with some of the best blends. He and his team do a great job with the labels and the candles. So this is more from the take of a constructive criticism. Now, because this set is no longer available on QVC, that is why I want to say, remember that this is maybe let's give them some grace and let's think that maybe this was a bad batch, because I can't say that the performance of this particular candle is what you are going to experience if you pick it up from Ulta, because the Ulta packaging looks completely different than this one. I'm sure that there's a different pour date on it. So, you know, what I'm going to say here is this. If you think that this scent is one that sounds like something you would like, meaning you like that fruit and greenery type of scent, I would say, you know what? Go ahead and try it at Ulta. The best thing about Ulta, you guys, is that they have a really great return policy. I want to say within 60 days, you can return anything as long as it is, even if it's burned, just make sure that it's not more than 25% gone. They will take it back. I also know that this one is currently part of a special of 2 for $45 at Ulta, and oftentimes this does fall into the fragrance category. So if you have a point multiplier activated through Ulta, that this will usually count towards that. So those are some things that you might want to take into consideration. Overall, like I said earlier, okay, how many times did I say like I said this time? Remember my last video? We said I got to come up with a new phrase. Overall, though, this one is just going to be a thumbs down from me. However, I would probably consider picking it up again maybe next year if it comes back again. I will probably only pick up one of them just because it's not a must-have fragrance for me. So I'm sorry, I told you guys my kids are home. They're yelling at each other about something over there. Let me know, did you pick this one up in the QVC Duo, and how is your burn performance going for you? I'm hoping that this was just a bad batch and that this is not, well, I know that this is not the standard for them, and I'm just going to go with thinking that this was a bad batch for me. Also, are you familiar with this scent? Let me know, do you love it? Is it not for you? Do you prefer different Christmas scents? I think all of us are just so individual and unique. The one thing that I will give this fragrance is that I will say that it is unique. I have not really smelled anything like this, like when I've gone into Bath and Body Works or Yankee. I haven't smelled everything from Kringle, but I just know that this fragrance is a pretty unique scent. So if you are also looking for something that will be maybe a standout, it's not generic, then this would probably be for you. Hit that thumbs up button if you found this video helpful. I would really appreciate that. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to talk about candles and a little bit of beauty here on my channel. So if that sounds like content you are interested in, hit that subscribe button. I want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next video, you know the drill. Go out and have a very blessed day or night. Bye.